Greetings, Empress Eubanks here. All right, so I'm starting at page 250, excuse me. All right, I apologize. I had some electronic issues, so starting at 250. Now, I'm going to start. Okay, here we go, TJ. TJ, that you? What you doing here? Where y'all going? Nowhere. I'm just going to walk TJ home, Stacy said. Now go on back to sleep. So at this point, remember, TJ's came over the house. TJ was beaten up by his friends, RW and Melvin. He's at the Logan's home. He snuck in there. They're trying to take care of him. He doesn't want anybody to know that he was involved. But, of course, Melvin and RW are going to blame somebody. And, of course, it's going to be TJ. Little man jumped out of bed and pulled his clothes from the hanger where he had neatly hung them. I'm going, too, he squealed. Not me, said Christopher John, lying back down again. While Stacy attempted to get little man back in bed, I checked the porch to make sure that Mr. Morrison wasn't around, then slipped back to my own room to change. When I emerged again, the boys were on the porch, and Christopher John, his pants over his arm, was murmuring a strange protest against this middle-of-the-night stroll. Stacy attempted to persuade both him and little man back inside, but little man would not budge, and Christopher John, as much as he protested, would not be left behind. Finally, Stacy gave up, and, with TJ leaning heavily against him, hurried across the lawn. The rest of us followed. Once on the road, Christopher John struggled in his pants. We became part of the night. Quiet, frightened, and wishing just to dump TJ on the front porch and get back to safety of our own beds. He hastened along the invisible road, brightened only by the round of the flashlight. The thunder was creeping closer, rolling angrily, personification, rolling angrily over the forest depths and bringing the lightning with it. As we emerged the path into the deserted Avery yard. Well, wait till I get inside, will y'all? Requested TJ. Ain't nobody here, I said sadly. What you need us to wait for? Go on, TJ, said Stacy. We'll wait. Thanks, y'all. TJ said, then he limped to the side of the house and slipped awkwardly into his room through the open window. Come on, let's get out of here, said Stacy, herding us back to the path. But as we neared the forest, little man turned. Hey, y'all, look over yonder. What's that? Beyond the Avery house, bright lights appeared far away on the road near the Granger mansion. For a breathless second, they lingered there, then plunged suddenly downward toward the Averys. The first satellite was followed by a second, then a third, until there were half a dozen sets of headlights beaming over the trail. What's happening? Cried Christopher John. But what happened to an interminable wait? We stood watching those lights, drawn nearer and nearer, before Stacy clicked off the flashlight and ordered us into the forest. Silently, we slipped into the brush and fell flat to the ground. 2 pickups and 4 cars rattled into the yard, their lights focused like spotlights, simile, on the Avery front porch. Noisy, angry men leapt out of the cars and surrounded the house. Caleb Wallace and his brother Thurston, his left arm hanging a key bowl at his side, pounded the front door with their rifle butts. Y'all come on out there, called Caleb. We want that thieving, murdering nigger of all y'all's. Sister Stacy, I stammered, feeling the same nauseous fear I felt the night men had passed and when Papa had come home shot and broken. What they gonna do? I don't know, Stacy whispered as 2 more men joined the Wallaces at the door. Why, ain't that RW and Melvin? I exclaimed. What the devil they doing? Stacy quickly muffled with the palm of his hand as Melvin thrust himself against the door in an attempt to break it open, and RW smashed the window with his gun. At the side of the house, several men were climbing through.